I had to get my license renewed. And I was at the Department of Licensing for a couple hours, and I noticed there's a sign there. There's a sign that says, "It is a felony offense to threaten a Department of Licensing employee." Yeah, that means at one point in time, those guys had a meeting where they had to decide whether they were going to improve customer service or make it illegal for you to be unhappy.
If you're looking for the best comics in the country doing their best stuff, this is it. It's the show that's gonna make you laugh, which is probably why we call it Laughs. Welcome to Laughs. I'm your host, Taylor Tomlinson, and tonight we have the perfect comedy mix for you. And instead of making some sort of stupid mixed nuts joke, I'm just gonna get the show started. It's gonna be nuts. Yeah, I don't think I like that word. Here's Laughs.
This happened to me last time I went home. I was in the airport and I got randomly selected for a pat down, right? It was weird though because they had two guys patting me down. One guy was actually doing the pat down while the other guy was just supervising him and watching. And so like the guy that started patting me down, he gets down to this area right here and he stops and he looks up at me and he's like, "Hey man, I just gotta let you know, this is just part of my job." Nobody is enjoying this right now. Well, that's when I felt the need to look down at him and say, "Hey man, speak for yourself." Having a pretty good time. It was just really weird because I wasn't even in the security checkpoint line. I was just at the Wendy's next door.
White people, you have good weed. And I commend you because you use discretion. You get your weed from somebody called a guy. I don't know who this guy is. You could ask any white dude anywhere. Where you get your weed from? I get it from a guy. I see him on Tuesdays. You want me to pick you up something? That's all you get. Ask a brother. Yo, dogs, where you get your weed from? From my cousin here at the Holiday Inn right down the street. Won't you call him from your cell phone so you can lock the number in? Then they wonder why they get caught. It's 2 o'clock in the morning and your car is orange. That's why you got caught. You need a guy. I had to go back and learn fractions just to buy weed from white people. I'm from New York. All I knew was dimes and 20 sacks. I didn't know nothing about eights or quarters or nothing like that. Nobody told me that if the bottom number was bigger, you get less. I had to rush down to Home Depot to get one of them rulers with the lines on them. And the guy was like, "What you using it for?" Like, "I'm buying an 8 from a white guy." "Which one is the 8? Is that the little short line next to the quarter? Because I don't want to get ripped off. I want the right length." I'm on the phone telling my friends, "Don't worry about it. I got 2 1/64ths coming."
I'm a Republican. I know people don't like Republicans. They call us bigots all the time. Yeah. This is different than most comedy crowds. No, they call us bigots all the time. It doesn't even make sense anymore. We had like one of the most diverse primaries in U.S. history. Like, how can they still say Republicans are racist when one of our candidates was African American? And how can they still say Republicans are sexist when one of our candidates was a woman? And how can they still say Republicans hate immigrants when 2 of our candidates were raised by immigrants? It's just unfortunate that our winning candidate is a racist sexist who hates immigrants. Like, I didn't vote for Trump, but like I get why he won. Like, people in this country are tired of political correctness. And like that part, like I understand, because it's crazy nowadays. People will like say things they don't even really believe just so they can sound politically correct. Like all these people who said they think Caitlyn Jenner was beautiful. Now, hold on. Now, I don't think we should be mean to Caitlyn Jenner, but no one should have said Caitlyn Jenner is beautiful because no one actually believes that. And if you want to hear your liberal friends change their tune real quick, the next time one of them says Caitlyn Jenner is beautiful, just say you're right. And now that you mention it, you know who you look like. This is never a compliment to tell someone they look like Caitlyn Jenner. Like, the only reason Caitlyn Jenner looks better than Bruce Jenner is because a woman's body is always more attractive than a man's body. Like, just look at the sexy outfits people wear. Like, the sexiest thing a woman can wear is lingerie, which is basically nothing at all. Sexiest thing a man can wear is a 3-piece suit. Just layers and layers of material covering every inch of his horrible body. And then just to be safe, it's tied around his neck to make sure it doesn't fall off.
Sometimes I perform to audiences that people in the audience have resting bitch face. Do you know that as a phrase? Oh, it's horrible. It's so hard to look at someone when they look angry at you the whole time. I don't have resting bitch face. I was born in the Midwest. I have something far more dangerous. I have resting interested face, which is worse. Like, I'm a very friendly shape. I have no hard edges. I make good eye contact. And so people tell me all their secrets, even when I don't want to hear them. I was waiting for a train in Chicago, and a man came up to me, and he's like, "Hey, what time does the next train get here?" I was like, "I think I have 3 minutes." And he said, "I always ask you young people with your phones." And I was like, "Yeah." And then he said, "My ex-wife broke a promise." I was like, this is gonna be a long 3 minutes. That's a lot for the first 5 seconds. He kept talking, everybody. Don't worry. This man was talking to me, and the conversation ended with him letting me know that I would be more sexually adventurous in my 30s, which is a great tip from a complete stranger. It was great. He let me know. I'm 30 now. I turned 30 this year. I was 29. You can be excited about 30. I was 29 when this happened. Thank God, right? Or else I'd have to bang that guy. I'd have to sex him right there at the train. Be like, "You know what, you're right, sir. Get down on the rails, please. Thank you. You better hope my phone was right." This train comes early, I don't.
You have direct access to Laughs. Check us out on Twitter at Laughs TV Show or use the hashtag LaughsTV. We check it obsessively. We've checked it 8 times since the beginning of this sentence. 9 now. Back to the show. 10.
You know what I noticed after being single for 3 years? I've noticed the longer I'm single, the lower my standards get, okay? True story. I used to have really high standards. Like, I mean, personality over looks, but I'm still not gonna date some kind-hearted alien. So I was like, you gotta look good. But after a while, I was like, who needs teeth? You know, like, you smile with your heart, ladies, and I understand it, okay? All the way down here, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and my ex broke up, and the reason me and my ex broke up is because we can't have any children, okay? Which is kind of sad, I'm sorry. We can't have any children, unless we adopt, like we can adopt. But biologically, between us, we couldn't have any children because my ex has a huge forehead. Now I don't want to pass those genes down to my children, okay? You're not about to have my kid looking like Jimmy Neutron, so I was like, we can't be together, okay? Our first kiss, I was bleeding. That's not supposed to happen. She got a big forehead, man. If we had a kid, if he had a son, he's like I'm saying, like he couldn't even play peekaboo with him. He would scare me, you know. He getting fights all the time. Kids yelling at him, "Get out of my face!" You know, he was like, "I'm across the street, man." Like he's got a fat face. I got big lips, okay? Yeah. Surprise! Like y'all already knew that. Like we know we making out right now. Like I know. Got some big lips. I love my lips though. I love people. You know, women love lips. Woo! There we go. There. Women like my lips, you know what I'm saying? What's up? You know what I'm saying? We got some big lips. But I know I got big lips, but great lips come with great responsibility. And I know I can't kiss you too fast, so that's assault. That's how big my lips are. Like, I know, you know? Like, I can't, this time I'm gonna whoop my kids, because I don't want to hit them with a belt, so I'm just gonna kiss them to death. That's all I'm gonna do. They're gonna come home, and like I told you, come home at 9 o'clock. It is 11:30, get the chapstick. That's what I'm gonna do. You think it's a game night?
See what we did there? We sifted through all the comedy and only brought you the best stuff. And we've got even more. Laughs will be right back.
Broke as hell, man. I'm down to selling blood for money, right? Like, you go in to sell blood, man, they ask you all sorts of stupid questions, right? Like, I got a guy in a lab coat and glasses, ostensibly an intelligent individual. Looks me straight in the eyes like, Mr. Anderson, have you ever had sexual intercourse in exchange for money? It's like, dude, if I could do that. Where's the line for that? This is plan B, man.
Welcome back to Laughs. It's official. We're the best thing on TV right now. So just throw away your remote. You don't need it. Seriously, throw away your remote. Let's get back to Laughs.
Recently, somebody offered me a weed brownie. And I was like, decisions. Like, do I say no to drugs or yes to dessert? So obviously I ate the whole thing because you don't turn down free food as people in other countries starving. But I got super paranoid and I was like, oh man, they are starting to make weed legal. What if they start making brownies illegal? I have got to open up a back alley bakery. Like, that's what I'm gonna have to do. But then I started thinking, like, are there other, like, edibles out there? Like, because I've never heard anybody go, I like some meth sickles. Like, I don't know if that's, like, I don't know. Like, some dude is like, I already don't have teeth. They're so easy to eat. It's so cool on my gums. I don't know. Or maybe there's some person that's like, I want bath salted pretzels. Like, I don't know. Like, you're laughing, but I think there's money to be made. Like, what if you like heroin and you like cookies? Smackaroons. I mean, or what if you like candy and you like ecstasy? Mike and Ike and Molly. What?
For years, women all kind of spoke the same. They all kind of talked like women, right? They were talking about this comedy show. They'd be like, hey, let's go down to the comedy club tonight. Check out that comedy show. It'll be a really good time. Don't get hammered, okay? It'll be fun. But now there's like a new chick voice, very popular. It's more like, hey, let's go to that comedy show tonight and check it out. It'll be a really good time. And I'm always like, who the hell is squeezing you right now? Like, where did the squeeze voice come from? And it's not just dumb people. My doctor talks that way. She's like, you need another appointment in a year. I think it starts in high school, man. I don't know. Remember when you were in high school? And it would be time for a girl to read out loud in class. For some reason, they'd always read the same way every time. I don't know why, I don't know how, but every girl would read the same. They'd pick one at random. They'd be like, Melissa, could you read chapter 1 from Ethan Frome, please, out loud for the class? It was always the same voice every time. In a sky of iron, the points of the dipper hung like icicles, and Orion flashed his cold fires. Then that same chick grows up, and now she's the maid of honor at a wedding, right? Like once a month. You gotta listen to that speech every time. Congratulations to my sister Jen for finding her true match. I'm so happy that Brian and Jen met at that Applebee's in Santa Monica. When I look at them, I see two beautiful people, bonded by love, who will always be there with a hug and a beer at the end of a long day. I'm like, what the hell? Where's the emotion? It's always the same every time. Nothing changes. That same couple could die in a fiery car accident on their honeymoon. She's giving the eulogy at the funeral. I'm shocked and saddened to be here today, burying my sister Jen and her husband Brian. I'm so sorry they crashed their car on their way to another Applebee's in Rancho Cucamonga. I literally hope they're in heaven right now. And I can't believe they're dead. But I guess that's just the way the candy cracker crumbles. Thank you guys very much.
In a few seconds, you are going to LOL. Trust me, okay? I don't joke about this kind of stuff. Laughs will be right back with some more great comments.
I remember the last date I was on was with this girl. She started opening up, not in a good way, emotionally. She's like, you know, when I was 8 years old, my dad went out to get hamburgers for the whole family and never came back. And I was like, damn. Those must have been some amazing hamburgers. Right? Do you remember where he went?
Welcome back to Laughs. You know, I could tell you that we have the best comics on television, or I could just show you. So here they are.
Sometimes around big cities, you'll see missing person posters. I realize when you see those posters, it's always a woman or a child. It's never a man. That's because society doesn't care about us. If a woman or a child goes missing, people are like, oh my God, we gotta find them. Where are they? We have to. If a man goes missing, people are like, yeah, he left. He's probably on a motorcycle upstate enjoying himself. So leave him alone, you know?
If you're traditionally attractive, you probably get like, oh my gosh, you look like a model, or you look like an actress. I don't get that. Instead, I have been told 4 times in the last month that I look like Harriet Tubman. When people are thinking of Harriet Tubman, they're thinking of an illustration. Yeah, of an 80-year-old woman. And people are like, no, Kenise, it's the glasses, it's the glasses. Harriet Tubman didn't wear glasses. Like, what would she need them for? All that reading she couldn't do? So it's essentially people looking at me and being like, now who's a black woman that I've never thought of being inside of? Guys, it's cool. I'm living my life. It's fine. It's fine. No thanks to one of the guys at the last show where I told this joke, who was like, Kenise, I think you're underestimating how attractive people find Harriet Tubman. I'd ride that Underground Railroad any day.
We've seen some funny stuff tonight, but I have been holding out on you guys. When we get back, I have a perfectly crafted pile of comedy coming at you. When we get back, it's the last laugh. All right, it's that time. There can only be one. It's time for the last laugh.
Life is good, right? Man, life is good. Everybody's so negative though, right? You notice that? People are always complaining. And it's always the people that have no business complaining. I hate these people, right? It's like, oh, my girlfriend just wants to have threesomes all the time. God, my butler sucks at tucking me into my bed. God, my huge penis keeps dragging on the floor of my Porsche. I knew you would laugh the hardest at that, for sure. I try to keep it positive. I live my life in the positive. I'm a positive guy. I find the positive in any situation. Like, my student loan bills are through the roof, but it's cool. I had a blast in college. I met all my friends, right? I stubbed my toe the other day. It's fine. That toe was a it deserved to be stubbed. Like, I could literally turn getting arrested into a positive, right? It would just be like, I'm gonna get rich.
Preach it! Yeah! Fight all the Pokemon in here! Yeah!
All right, that's it. That's our show. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you here again next week. Whoa. You're not just gonna watch and run, are you? Come on, what are you doing? Hit like to show some love. Or better yet, hit subscribe, and then I'll let you know when we post even more awesomeness. Right? Go ahead, do it. Hit it, and then quit it.